Mexico City leading by 9. Austin Reeves out there with Harden. Then there's Miles Bridges. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And Gafford throws it down.
Oh, great find there from Harden. He's just so good at finding his teammates in rhythm.
And the Hawks with possession here. Right side Robinson. Outside Suggs. Jackson a screen on Harden. No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Bridges outside. Stolen by Jackson. Durant with it. Bridges covering. Outside for Robinson. His three-pointer's off the mark. And Mexico City shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Kicks it out to Harden. For 3, Oubre. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. If you look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Here's Suggs. James Harden picking up that last basket. And that one is good from Suggs.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Gafford. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
On defense, Atlanta. They trail by 11. Three-pointer. There's Harden training the 3.
Yeah, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Wallace looking for an opening. And he gets it to go. Wallace has got his first points of the game.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Harden kicks to Bridges. From down in the low post, it goes. Bridges has got 19 points.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
Huff. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Gafford.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wallace, the pass to KD. Here's Huff. Robinson on the wing. Pass to Wallace. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bridges. There's the triple. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Bridges has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harden the pass to Reeves. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Catch and fire. Reeves always ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Durant. Outside Robinson. Back to Durant. Here's Huff. Covered by Gafford. And then Durant with the jam.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Harden outside. Pass to Bridges. Back to Harden. And Mexico City, another 3.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Mexico City going with a whole new group out there. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, Jackson Jr. is a versatile scorer, which is what allows him to catch fire like this.
Pritchard against Suggs. Pass to Exum. Now Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. And there's another one for Mexico City.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Back to Marshall. Now, here's Exum. He's covered closely. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's an 18-point game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Well, what poise from Carter Jr. Just taking the hit and pushing through it all.
An outstanding defensive big man, Wendell Carter, stands 6'10", and Stan, he has a 7'4" arm span.
Yeah, Kevin, I think his length really bothers people and is deceiving. When you're first looking at him, he looks like almost an undersized center. But in fact, with that wingspan, he's not. And he is so disciplined and fundamentally sound as a defender. He's one of the best in the league.
Here's Exum. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Exum kicks to Marshall. Back to Exum. Fires the 3. The shot's good. Marshall making the play. Marshall's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, KD. Back to Suggs. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those.
Here's Suggs. Mexico City making their last shot. Pritchard gets the bucket. Pritchard's got 7 now in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to Suggs. The Hawks again can't hit. And Mexico City shooting and offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Now, here's Marshall. Exum passes to Pritchard. Now, here's Exum. Defended by McBride.
Fading away. He makes that shot harder than it needs to be.
Pass to Carter. And he comes up with the deuce.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Now Pritchard over Suggs. And there's another one for Mexico City.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Durant, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pritchard with the ball. It's Exum on the wing. Pass to Salon. And here is Marshall beyond the arc. They get it back. And it's Exum in the corner. Pritchard from outside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Pritchard's got 17 now just in the second half. Outside Jackson. Back to Suggs. Lets the three fly. And it's Kevin Durant with the three.
This is Durant's competitive fire coming out to play. He couldn't let that last three go unanswered.
Pass to Salon. And Mexico City, another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Durant, no good. And Mexico City has possession. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Mexico City.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Miles Bridges.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Now, here's Suggs. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Suggs against Pritchard. Pass to Marshall. Back to Pritchard. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Mexico City winning this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And together just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
James, congratulations on a big win, but I ask you this. Where does this team need to continue to grow?
Our backbone, what we're going to rely on is our defense, and it's on us now defensively to be able to lock up, be able to communicate, and be able to sustain it for full quarters. And once we get that at a high level and consistently, it's going to be a problem.
Thanks, James. Back to you.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here.
The cell. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And really an offensive transformation for the Grizzlies since 2024, Grant.
Yeah, they're pushing the pace, playing a unique style with a lot of cutting and movement off the ball, crashing the offensive glass. I mean, it all seems to be working.
First free throw is good. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys, but this is where things are headed.
Big moves. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. On the court for Mexico City, they've got Daniel Gafford, James Harden out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Miles Bridges, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And Henderson with the basket on the assist by Duren. Henderson's got 19 points.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Here's Reeves. Memphis with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 11.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Henderson. The shot off that time. Reeves with some nice D. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Drains the triple.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
Now here's Henderson. 19 points in the game.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Outside Reeves. Oubre on the wing. Bridges passes to Harden. Over Henderson. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, one of the best scorers in the history of the game. James Harden is so tough to stop.
Henderson, the pass to Hardy. Vassell outside. The open shot. Henderson with nobody on him. He buries that jumper. And Reeves has got the ball here for Mexico City. Outside Oubre. Chalk up 2 there. Oubre's got 6.
Yeah, well, Reeves is a fantastic passer at his position. His selfless attitude is a big reason why his teammates like playing with him.
Now here's Mobley. 15 points in the game. Pass to Henderson. Clock at 6. Soft touch off the glass. Henderson's got 25 points.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Mexico City has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Now Reeves fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Reeves has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Here's Henderson. Here's Vassell. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
For Mexico City, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second half. Harden from outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Mobley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Henderson. Pass to Hardy. And here's Duran. Here's Henderson, defended by Harden. 5 on the clock.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Mexico City has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Harden, the pass to Bridges. Back to Harden. Let's go with a 3. Drills it from deep. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Timeout called. Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with a new group. All right, for this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Now here's Richardson. Laravia passes to Russell. Right side Richardson. Reed, a screen on Adams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, and how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Pritchard gets it to go.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Reed. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Salah. Marshall on the wing. Pritchard from outside. Another three from Mexico City.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Brian, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And here's Mexico City now, after Memphis picked up the three with their last shot.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pritchard with a steal. All by himself. And here they go. And the finish on the break with the slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Fleming. The three-pointer off the mark. Mexico City shooting only 39% so far in the game. And despite lacking a consistent three-point stroke over his career, GgNoRaGe Marshall has been a pretty consistent rotation piece.
Yeah, BA, and he's done that despite the fact he was undrafted back in 2020. Defense really was his initial calling card. Offensively, he's looking to add to his game.
Making a name for himself now. Harris is checked in for Memphis. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three: LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Pritchard, no good.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Pass to Fleming. Fires the three, and the shot is good. Harris making the play.
Mexico City leading by 20. Oubre out there with Bridges. Then it's Harden. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Gafford in at the pivots, manning the middle.
And we have witnessed Harden becoming a dynamic playmaker over time, including improving as a distributor.
A floater. Daniels against Reeves. Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Gafford.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Launches it. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Bridges. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
Excellent move from Holiday to set the bucket up. No surprise there.
Harden looking it over. Oubre finds Harden. Bridges for three. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. From deep. And Holiday is good for three.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Bridges a screen on Holiday. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Lakers trail by 21. Bounce pass, Holiday. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
His 4th personal foul. We'll see how the coaching staff handles this.
And GgNoRaGe calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And Mexico City going with a whole new group out there. The Lakers also changing it up. Santi Aldama's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Marcus Smart comes in for Daniel. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now, here's Jokic. Count that one. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Pass to Salon. Mexico City moving it around. Adams in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks the three-pointer. Exum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Smart misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Marshall can't hit.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Here's Dinwiddie over to the wing. Here's Aldama. Buries it from three-point range.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pritchard against Dinwiddie. Pass to Adams. Here's Salon. Over in the corner, Marshall. Exum passes to Marshall. Here's Salon. Now Pritchard. Back to Adams. Over Jokic. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And Mexico City leads by 21. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Dinwiddie. 25 points for Jokic. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for Mexico City. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
And they're right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's
power or finesse. He can find a way to beat his man.
Here's Salon. Marshall finds Pritchard. That falls. Great assist by Marshall.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here.
And GgNoRaGe is called timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Several teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. On defense, Mexico City. Here's Hunter, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Over in the corner, Marshall. Pass to Pritchard. No good on the three.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Here's Daniels. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pritchard from outside. Drills it from outside.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Outside Daniel. Pass to Jokic. Over Adams. Adams, some nice D. Mexico City leading by 19. And Marshall kicks to Adams. Pritchard from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jokic has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And here's Holiday. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Bounded by Salon. For Mexico City, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Lakers trail by 18. Jokic with the screen on Pritchard. Holiday goes in. Here's Gordon. In the corner, it's Hunter. The tray. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded. Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of it.
To Holiday. Jokic sets the screen for Holiday. And Jokic throws it down. Lakers with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Holiday. Here is Daniels. And Jokic wide open. He shoots offline with his 3.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
And here we go. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
The long arms of Gordon lead to that basket. Aaron does a nice job just staying active on the defensive end.
The long shot, no good. Lakers trail by 16. Holiday looking for an opening. Dyson Daniel misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pritchard up top, guarded by Holiday. Shoots the 3. Gordon with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Launches it. That one is off.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Hunter knocks down the 3.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Taken away by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Rips it down with 2 hands.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
It's off. Lakers trail by 13. Here's Jokic. Right side Holiday. Missed on the 3. And Mexico City shooting fairly well in the 4th, around 48%.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Mexico City.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
Shot clock at 6.
Tyson Daniels.
Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pritchard against Holiday. From deep, a three-pointer. Good. And so it's Mexico City winning this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like
And here's Oubre from the arc. What a performance for Colin Sexton. He has been the story for Portland. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Mexico City. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Austin Reeves out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Koloko in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Poole up top, defended by Pritchard. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
The shot by Reeves, no good. Portland leading by 20. Pass to Riley. For 3, Powell. Mexico City with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell. Adams checked in for Mexico City. Poole against Pritchard. Oubre on the wing. Back to Pritchard. 4-3. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City. And the Trailblazers shooting about 56% in this one. Portland again missing. Mexico City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Some nice passing by Mexico City here. Counted from distance.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Pass to Poole. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
Jordan Poole says, I might be slight of frame, but I've got enough toughness to absorb this contact.
Now here's Oubre. It's picked off. And here they come. On up the court. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Vukcevic has got his first points of the night. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively. Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take
Reeves finds Pritchard. Back to Reeves. Another three for Mexico City.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Mexico City making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. And also a switch here for Portland. Embiid's checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Oubre, a screen on Poole. Pritchard, the pass to Oubre. Here's Marshall. Pass to Reeves. Pritchard from outside. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Marshall outside. Here's Reeves. Portland grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Oh, wasted no time on that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pass to Riley. And here's Embiid from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Oubre. Outside Reeves. Here's Marshall. And once again, off the mark, Mexico City. Trailblazers lead by 15. Powell finds Poole. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Oubre. Oubre's got 6 rebounds in the game. Marshall on the wing. Outside Reeves. Pass to Pritchard from the arc. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Poole shot is off.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Pritchard, the pass to Oubre. Fires for 3. Here's Adams. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
They're having a good half offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Portland making a switch here. Trailblazers lead by 10. Outside for Sexton. And it's off from three-point range. And Mexico City with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. Adams, a pass to Reeves. Here's Marshall. And the deficit down inside single digits.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Yeah, dominant drive there by Embiid. Crashing inside and throwing it down with authority.
Now Oubre fires the 3. Sexton grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's McCain. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
Oubre, a screen on McCain. Pritchard, the pass to Oubre. Here's Marshall. Knocks down the triple. Marshall's got 6 points in the quarter.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
The 3, Smith. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Pritchard surviving the D. From deep, Reeves. Another 3 from Mexico City.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Pass to Embiid. Back to McCain. Screen by Embiid. Another one falls for Portland.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Three-pointer Pritchard. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. 16 feet out, and it's Sexton. That time on the assist from Powell. And now it's a 12-point Portland lead.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Out to Powell. Lets it go from deep. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Gafford, he's checked in for Mexico City. Harden comes in for Marshall. Harden, the pass to Gafford. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Well, Daniel Gafford sets a solid screen, gets off it quickly, and gets a bucket.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Portland. 13-point lead. Here he goes. Mexico City with a rebound. Gafford passes to Pritchard. From deep, Reeves. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his 3rd triple.
Embiid, a screen on Reeves. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And after a first half where he didn't turn it over once, that has sure changed here in the second.
Mexico City shooting 60% here in the 4th quarter. Terrific efficiency.
I just love the ball movement.
Smith outside. Stolen by Gafford. Here we go. Here's Oubre. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
You have got to respect that about Oubre. He believes in himself even in the tight spots of the game.
Here's McCain. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
Here's Harden from downtown, and he nails it.
James Harden has always absorbed a huge offensive burden. It matters not where he's playing and with whom. The guy is big time in the clutch.
With the step back. And the basket is good.
And they've really relied on him down the stretch.
Mexico City shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Here's Pritchard. Fires the 3. Cash from downtown.
A huge shot. His three-point shooting has been outstanding tonight.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
One thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Pritchard fires. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
And he slams it down.
Big basket by Sexton. You see why his team will lean on him in these moments.
Here's Pritchard. Shoots a 3. The free ball is down.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Now Embiid. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Gafford. On the wing, Harden. Pritchard outside to take the lead. Oh, it's off. And here's Powell. He'll bring it up for Portland. It's a one-point game. And 1:01 left in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Now Sexton for 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Now here's Pritchard. Harden outside. Beyond the arc. Money from 3.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Here's Powell. Sexton looking around.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
He gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Embiid drops them both.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
Harden against Sexton. Left side, Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Pritchard outside. Let's loose for 3. The 3 is off. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Not that time. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Jabari Smith out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Jared McCain. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Sexton in at the shooting guard position.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Sexton against Harden. Oubre. The 3 is in.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Portland trailing here. Now Powell. Sexton. Oh, off target from downtown. Here's Reeves. Now Oubre. Harden outside. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Sexton fires from 12 feet out. Cash.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now Harden puts up the tray. It's money from deep.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Embiid. Gafford rips down the board. The floater and up and in on the layup.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Powell! Rebounded by Gafford. Mexico City leading by 4. Harden outside from deep. Buries it from outside.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now Embiid. Shoots from 8. Ooh, the shot misses. And Mexico City with possession. They're on an 11-2 run. Harden knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Here's Embiid. Overtime basketball, folks. If you're just tuning in, we're just over 2.5 minutes in. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Sexton against Harden. Now here's Sexton. He's closely guarded.
Boy, Colin Sexton always brings a ton of energy. He's doing some work here.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Mexico City. Outside Oubre. He launches. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Embiid fires. And Gafford with the block.
Do not go up soft against Daniel Gafford. He will send it right back at you.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Reeves there for the rebound. And Mexico City with possession. They're on a 20-4 run.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation. Yeah, in football, they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
Mexico City leading by 12. Here's Harden. Jacks up a three. It's good from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I think that one closes the door on any chance of a comeback. Impressive performance.
To me, they just looked a step quicker out there. They certainly looked to want it more than their opponent.
Gafford with the block.
Wow. A big body and not afraid to get physical. Daniel Gafford send it back.
Some changes for Mexico City. Steven Adams checked in for Gafford. Salon comes in for Oubre. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Reeves. That one's in there!
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now Embiid. And he drills the fadeaway. 13-point lead.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
The triple drops.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Takes a three. Oh, no good.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
So Mexico City wins it. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
James, I'd love to know whether it's scoring, playmaking, or your defense. What aspect of your game are you most proud of?
Being able to play a full course of a game and, and make an impact every single play.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for
Jones against Harden. Wants to get it to Gafford and does. And Gafford throws it down.
Mr. Do-It-All coming away with the assist there. I mean, Harden making sure to keep his teammates involved in the offense.
On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Jones. Johnson is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Rollins in at the shooting guard. Harden It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jones against Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Austin Reeves picks one up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Mexico City.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Kisper's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Rollins. And it's Traore in for Jones.
I don't think you can sleep on Butler's passing ability now. I mean, he's quite good at knifing the rock through the defense on time and on target, especially in these screen and rolls.
Oubre for 3. And Mexico City another 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Butler. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And here is Butler. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Traore. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the basket by Harden. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Reeves gets the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And Mexico City going with a whole new group out there. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Pelicans. Johnson comes in for Corey Kispert. Stolen. And here's Washington outside. And Mexico City another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Step back on that one and let it fly.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
Pass to Salon. Releases. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And Mexico City leads by 21. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. And it's Mexico City with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Sensabaugh. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Butler has one speed, and it's full throttle on full display.
Mexico City leading by 19. Washington with it. Here's Sensabaugh. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Clarkson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Clarkson's got 20 points.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Pass to Salon. Bogdanovich wide open. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Picked away. Pass to Salon. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Here's Traore. Butler from outside. It's rebounded by Koloko.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Man, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Salon. Out to the wing. From deep, Washington. Drains it from beyond the arc. Washington's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. It's time now to present our player of the game, Miles Bridges.
You know, not to take anything away from what he's been able to do, but I'm surprised the defense hasn't done more to try to stop him. By the time they did adjust and give him more attention, it was a wrap. He got rolling and never took his foot off the accelerator.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Now here's Butler. Shoots over Oubre. Johnson, a wide open look. Here's Claxton. Plays it up and banks it in.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, that they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Mexico City making a switch here. Koloko's checked in. Reeves outside. For 3, Oubre. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Jones the pass to Claxton. Here's Butler. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Butler in the corner. They set the pick. Pass to Rollins. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists here tonight.
Butler really sees the floor and finds his opportunities to move that ball around. A true team player.
Good on the triple. Reeves has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And certainly
they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them, creating a high percentage look with a good decision on that pass.
Pritchard passes to Marshall. Mexico City moving it around. Oubre, good.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Johnson. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Reeves the pass to Oubre. And Mexico City, another 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Marshall. Puts up a 3. And Mexico City, another 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Claxton finds Butler. Claxton a screen on Oubre. And Butler, here we go. Johnson right side. 6 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Mexico City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kelly Oubre.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
To the paint, here's Johnson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
3-pointer, Pritchard. Pelicans pull it in. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Substitution for Mexico City. Daniel Gafford.
Claxton finds Butler. Jones looking for an opening. It's stolen by Pritchard. And so it's Mexico City winning this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.